Vocal, whatever hero you play as a mid, generally you tend to get farmed. Both players in the mid lane will get farmed no matter what.
Hmm.
So it's not really a matchup that's going to be really that hype because he's just going to be chainlining the creeps and Invoker's just going to try to get as many creeps as he can as well.
All right. And this laning, I mean, this is something which Miracle he really favors this. He likes to go for these aggressive lanes, and he just leaves Hana in the safe lane, which Hana always gets his farm. I would say, one of the most stable offlaners in Southeast Asia at the moment. Would you agree?
Hana, yeah, I believe so. In C, definitely.
All right, so there we go. I mean, you can see from the last hits, Yamate having a ball of time. He's 6-1 compared to Wedding Crash's 2-0. For this matchup, do you think at any point Yamate might get get a solo kill on Wedding Crash?
Um, I think it could go the other way. I think this is a matchup where if Invoker goes Quas Wax, which he is, he could potentially get a solo kill, depending on how the laning goes. Um, but I think the biggest point in this game is the lane swap that Tiring has done. I think this benefits them more than FD. Although maybe initially they didn't think the lanes would have turned like this, tied in the safe lane with the Jugger in the off lane with the Tusker. But this way Void will get levels no matter what, and they're winning their top lane quite convincingly. The Tie's not really gonna get that much unless he pulls. So I feel this is better for Tiring, unless FD can make a lot of use out of this Chen pick in the early game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Kai, he's actually not jungling in his side of the map. He's gonna jungle in the enemy's jungle. And actually, wait, Lobby's gonna trap Ice, but he's gonna be fine. Just time walk away. And I mean, like you mentioned, Kai, they really have to make use of this Chen. Maybe, I mean, do you think it's even possible for like a gank to on the Zeus mid from behind?
It's definitely possible, depending on the creep as well. And with a cold snap and cyclone, it's definitely an easy kill. Um, but it seems like they're trying to make something happen at bottom. Maybe they think that taking the early tower at bottom is the key to coming ahead in the early game. As if they take the bot tower, maybe they can rotate out of the lane afterwards. But yeah, it seems like they're just utilizing this creep to push up bot.
Yeah, I mean, always getting, but I think this is what they usually do until Miracle gets level 6. They just want to get this thing quickly pushed out as soon as possible. And afterwards he hits the level 6, that's when they'll do the lane rotation. But it's really hard for them to kill this Faceless Void. The Time Walk, I mean, it's like
Yeah,
basically a
it's
new,
not
what,
gonna happen.
yeah, it's like what, a new Weaver alt. That's such a
Yeah, it's
short
just
cooldown.
a mini time lapse.
It's really crazy. And there we go, they're gonna start this push into the bottom T1. And Tyring gonna respond the same way and keep pushing in this. Hana all the way in the trees, I think they're looking for him.
Ooh.
Oh, they found him. They found him. He's just gonna walk out, and up the TP's gonna come to the top lane. But the Rocket Barrage already going on into Hana, and here comes Lubby. Snowball's gonna connect into Ben. Oh, gonna get lifted up, and that's the end of that. Looks like they will just disengage. Link's just gonna tango his way out, and he should be fine. But oh, they get the shots on 3-4-3. Adam, he's gonna feed away first, but going the way of Lubby with the Rocket Barrage, not gonna get the kill, and Lubby's just gonna walk away. Pops that Fairy Fire, extra bit of HP. The game-changing item, Fairy Fire.
And the bottom lane now is almost dead because of that. This creep he got is quite good because they've already got a Basilisk ring, and with this creep armor as well, it makes the lane really, really tanky. Oh, rotations at bot lane.
Yep, Rook's coming in, gets the lift to Kai. Can they get? Oh wait, they do get the tower. Well, actually no, they get a tower deny instead. And 3-4-3, trying to rack click away Kai, but Miracles here. Does he have a spin? Yes, he does. Ice gonna try and rack click down Kai. Microwaving that healing water round is gonna get taken down, but Kai juking them all the way into the trees, trying to tango his way out. Yep, he is. And there goes the wild goose chase. 3-4-3 still looking for Kai, and no,
Oh, he's
Miracle's
in
gonna
trouble
turn
now.
around Adam instead. It looks like he's gonna feed again. So second death of the game, but it doesn't get the last click to Miracle. And Kai is still juking Ice in the trees. What is this? And he's just wasting time here.
That was really big. I mean, they still got to deny out of the tower, but that was huge. They get a tower down, another kill, and no one dies on their behalf.
Still pretty good. And I mean, what would you do if you were first departure now? Do you keep pushing in this bottom lane, or would you rotate the lanes?
Well, if they rotate the lane, that means the Tide will go up against the Void here, but the Tide's almost level 6, so maybe what they should do is wait for Tide to get 6, and do a rotation for maybe a Smoke and some other hero to the mid lane. Maybe get another kill, and maybe the tower with the Chen. That's, I think, an objective would be the most important here, once they get Ravage.
True, true. And wait, Lobby, he did try for a smoke. I think he was trying to go on Yamate, but Now just waste some time. It looks like Kai gonna die here to Yamate. Yep, faces void. It's gonna get the right click on that. So Chen goes down. Looks like Kai will have to go somewhere else. But Lubby, where is he going? Snowball's coming in, and of course these two creeps from the Chen. Here comes the Tornado EMP combo. Ice. Nope, doesn't really connect. Yamate. Close snap, and that's the end of the story. Actually, he's gonna get the courier. Wedding crash. And now we turn around Yamate. He still has the golem. He still has the tiny sun. Oh wait, actually it's on cooldown, so never mind. And from that, they will just disengage. Top lane, Gyrocopter topping the last hit chart 36 to 7 to Miracle's 32 and 9. So he's not that far behind. And
Well, despite they got the tower as well, so it's very good that the Gyro is like even or leading right now, slightly.
yeah, he's ahead just barely to pick like 100 gold. And actually no,
Top towers go down though. It's very, very low. Maybe we'll see some TP rotations here, or maybe they'll just ditch it, I guess.
Or actually with this creep, yep, he's gonna have level 6 once he kills this creep. He's just gonna go for it. He has a mango. Ravage, there we go. And Ben, gonna fall here. Yamate is still around. Oh, but shots actually pushes him out, and is there a snowball? I don't think so. Hana tries
That's
to
very good. They ended up, well, they're gonna end up denying this tower as well, if they notice it. It's extremely low. They should do it.
Or maybe they're just baiting. You never know. Next level mind games. So Wedding Crash, very close to completing the urn. Has now. Bottom lane, Ice still not yet level 6, and you can see the difference in the off lane is in terms of levels across the game. I mean, Adam is at level 3. He's really under leveled for
I
support
think
right
it's mainly because they tried to try lane, but I mean, they didn't really get anything out of it apart from slowing the tide down a little bit. Whereas the Chen allowed them to get the tower really early and push the Void away with the creep. So that's why the Void is quite behind compared to the Tide Hunter at this point. But yeah, they managed to deny that tower just then.
now. Yeah, well, on the bright side now, he's just gonna rotate to the mid, try and get closer to that level 6. And I mean, still pretty good usage of that Ravage, the first Ravage of the game from Hana. And maybe in 1 more minute, he'll try again. Wedding Crash, trying for the EMP combo into the Void, but doesn't really connect. Ling.
Well,
oh, yep.
The great thing about this Invoker Quas Wex build is if you manage to get the Void here, then he's not going to have any mana in fights. And in the early stages of the game, if they're solely relying on the Chrono, they really have to make it worth. Because once Chrono is down, I don't see them being able to get any other kills afterwards.
That's true, and I mean, like you said, the defensive support, that's where the heal is really going to come into play. And Kai, 1,500 gold, and the mech crash is going to come out, I'm guessing, even though he's not buying anything yet. And he's hitting that level 6, so it looks quite scary for tiring at this rate. Oh, Scouting Thunder God's Wrath. Ice. Nope. Oh wait, he doesn't have any mana, but that's about it. It looks like Miracle.
They managed to protect them there, so that's pretty big.
He has a mango if he wants to go for the Omni Slash. Yeah, I think
Ooh,
this trying to bait
Yamate.
Yamate. But Yamate has an Invis rune. Do they know that? Well, they have a sentry over there. It does spot him out.
I believe Miracle was baiting him out there because he has a Mango and Omni Slash. Maybe they could have turned it around. Maybe they thought that Yamate was safe to go in with the Invis, but he managed to pull out. I guess just a good read there by Yamate.
Indeed, and actually wait, Miracle. Oh, that was really close to TP out. Probably could have gotten the kill. Alright, so 3-1 in 9 minutes in this game, not as active as I thought it would be.
Well, after they took those tier 1 towers, it definitely slowed down.
Yep, and Hana gonna bump into Ben. Rocket Barrage, spam him. He's just gonna TP out. Right, so I think they find Lubby. Gonna snowball. Where does he go?
He's in trouble.
Ah, the feed. There you go.
He's gonna use his ulti,
Oh, he's
but
just gonna TP out. He's gonna be fine.
very nice.
Oh my god, and he actually gets the ward down as well.
But now Wedding Crash.
EMP flipped it. Here comes Chrono. It's gonna connect. Wedding Crash stuck in the end, the dilation as well, but he does get the Ghost Walk out, but nope, Yamate still has that lightning bolt. You can't run from heaven. Wedding Crash, all heal keeping him alive. Miracle's gonna go for the spin. He's gonna do damage, but actually he's taking the right clicks down. He's really low, and Zeus, here comes the Ravage. Collecting to 5. Talent is gonna get himself a double kill. Hana going for a bit more. Kai, oh, he's gonna get chased down by Ben, and Zeus will get himself the kill onto the Chen. So it's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade, and Hana's still going ham, but he's gonna get sent back home. So
That
that
was a really awkward fight. I mean, it started off quite well, but then, once the Ravage came out, the the Juggernaut died, so they didn't really have any damage to go back in, and that's when the Jaros barrages started stampeding
oh, they're
them.
going on
Well,
Ben in the
like,
mid lane. Wedding Crash and Gyrocopter will fall, so they get themselves a nice kill. But yep, sorry, you were saying?
yeah, as I was saying, the start of the fight was okay, as in the Void got a kill, but then after that, I believe Juggernaut and the Invoker got something back. And then once the Juggernaut died, they had no more damage in that fight, and the Ravage came out then. So they had to back off right after Ravage, but they sticked around, so some of them also died for it. So yeah, I guess they needed to be on the same page a little bit more in that fight there.
True, and I mean, one of the good things, I mean, they were quite lucky that Miracle didn't get to pop his Omni Slash. It's actually still off cooldown. Otherwise, that probably could have led to an even worse situation for Tari. So right now, let's take a quick look at the net worth. Well, your Invoker and Juggernaut are leading right now, both 4.6, comfortably ahead. Well, actually, it's 1,000 gold ahead of the Gyrocopter and the Zeus. Yamate not having a bit of luck just yet. Well, they are smoked up, maybe thinking about going on Wedding Crash.
Seems like the Chen is rushing an Aghanims over mech, mainly because I guess the AA ulti can negate the mecha.
Oh, and they do find Wedding Crash. Here comes the lift. A Blast gonna connect. Yep, Wedding Crash is dead. Oh, but the Snowball not gonna save him. And Lobby looks like he's just gonna go rolling to his death. Yeah, there we go. He's just gonna die here. And time lock. Time lock. Always fun to watch. RNG. So Miracle thought about wrapping around trying to save Lobby, but nah, he's just gonna go head back to the bottom lane. Don't think this level 1 Omni Slash is enough to kill the Gyrocopter, as Ben will just retreat. And Hana's just hiding in the trees. He's actually close to a blink. He just needs a 300 more gold.
Yeah, I mean, even though two of those heroes died in middle, they're still okay. I mean, they just really have to wait for the Ravage and go together. Maybe take objective or try to get a smoke gang into an objective. Um, but yeah, so far, well, Ravage is right up now, so maybe they'll try to turn this into something. TPs are coming to the mid lane.
Yep, and of course Wedding Crash, he does drain all of Ben's mana, so he doesn't have to worry about the cooldown. But, okay wait, then again he does. There's a Mango and the Gyrocopter. They may think about contesting this, but Yamate is still at the top lane farming. He does not have Thunder God's Wrath. And I think First Departure know that it's still not yet available. Hana, yep, they are smoked up like you mentioned. They will go probably wrap behind the tower. Ice is still there. He does have a Chrono Spear.
Seems like Towering is kind of prepared, and they're playing in the fog, and they have vision as well. 123 just placed one. The smoke will run out soon, so they're not gonna be able to get much out of this. Good
And
positioning by Towering.
almost as if they were listening to you on stream. Alright, so Running Crash, he's the only one who's going to show his face, and everyone else is off the map. So by now, this definitely looks very, very obvious and very suspicious. And Taring, you can tell how passive they're playing. Ice is just waiting in the trees.
The thing about Towering lineup is no one can get caught on their lineup. If someone gets caught, they will not be able to win the fight. Because most of their lineup is quite squishy, so whoever gets caught will probably die into the Omni Slash or the Invoker Burst. So they just choose to take the safe route and just farm, maybe get a BKB on the Gyrocopter and then take fights. Unless they can start the fight, then it's a different story.
True. Okay, wait, Miracle just completes his drums. Yeah, I mean, we're currently 6 to 5, 14 minutes in. The net worth chart is going to show just a tiny advantage for First Departure, mostly because of the T1 tower and denying a bit of gold to Taring. Yamate's content to farm, but if you're Yamate, will you... Oh, he's actually not going for like an Ether Lens. Is this like a Force Staff or is this like a Yield Scepter?
Could be Yules, yeah. I believe it's in Yules.
Miracle.
Force Staff works too.
Oh,
Mid
he's
lane
being
though.
very sneaky. I think he's trying for the solo Omni Slash, but oh no, he's just gonna walk and fall into the collar. He's just gonna feed himself here to the Gyrocopter surprise, and free kill.
Yeah, they were prepared because they saw him through that wall. But very fast reaction by 123 to manage to get the lift off there. He almost got the slash. If he got the slash, maybe might have took one off with him.
Still a bit of wasted time, and yep, Yamate's gonna find himself a sentry. Another lightning bolt to take it out.
Well, Tide's got a blink dagger now, so it should be much easier to start a fight. I'm assuming they will try again soon. Once the Juggernaut's up, maybe they'll TP in and smoke up. but we'll see.
Could be a waste though, and it seems like Taring is just reading the movements of First Departure very, very well this game. What else? Well, Isis picks up a Gloves of Haze. I think this is a hand of Midas. I mean, he has 1,200 gold. He's not spending anything just yet. Right.
Yeah, they're just taking the game slow, tiring. They know they just need to farm and drag out the game a little bit. Once they have items, they should be able to take fights quite convincingly. But right now, I think it's on FD to try and make a move. I mean, if they do make a move and it doesn't work out, then it's a bit of a waste of time. But they are currently stronger than them, so
Oh,
it
Lubby's
should
gonna
be
get covered
there.
by Yamate.
Ooh, bot lane.
Nice blast. Oh, the Chrono Spirit's gonna catch him, and he's just gonna feed himself here. And they're gonna give the kill to Ice. So that means he just completed his Midas. 1,800 gold. Is he gonna buy it yet? Or is this gonna be like a Maelstrom? Yep, he will go for the Midas. 16 minutes in, I mean, I think that's pretty okay. He gets a bit of catch up. I mean, the
Yeah,
game
I
is
mean,
slow.
yeah, like you said, they want to slow down the game, so Midas is the correct item choice here. That's a good pickup by him.
Right, so, is this a Battle Fury game or is this like a Sanji Yasha first for Miracle?
I believe you should go SNY. Obviously, if he's tanky enough and he doesn't die to the burst, they do have Chen TP, the Test of Fate, if he does get caught. So if he tanks up, he won't die instantly. But I guess you could also go Battle Fury. If they do want to just trade farm, the Battle Fury is obviously the right choice. So I guess it depends on how they want to play the game.
That's true. And meanwhile, Kai, he's just 100 more gold away to that Aghanim Scepter, and soon they're gonna see him marching to the Ancients. It's only a double stack, so what do we have here? We have the Thunderhide and the Golem. Well, always great for that extra bit of, what, 15%? Yeah, 15% extra HP. That's really, really strong. But I mean, you're a Chen player yourself. Which of the creeps do you usually favor?
With Aghanims or just in general?
With the Ags?
I mean, okay, with the Ags, definitely the Charizard creep, the best Pokemon creep there, and the Golem, obviously. Those two are the key to winning fights.
Oh, and now Lubby's still gonna keep on stacking again. This game really very slow. Ben's happily farming up the Ancients. Okay, so how many minutes are you gonna guess before they actually start taking fights?
Ooh,
Or-
looks like they want to go now. They just got the Golem creep, so I guess that's the key.
Alright, that's great from the get-go. I'm surprised they're actually not gonna try for Roche, but then again that's because they have a creep inside the Roshan pit, so I guess this is a good thing.
There's a couple of pings going off. I believe Ling pinged it out, so they might see this coming, and maybe
oh,
not.
Miracle he's gonna find? Yep, he's gonna go straight on Ling. And Hana,
Ooh, Ling.
do they know Ice picking him out? But he has a time walk, he will be fine, and he's just, actually no, he's just gonna culling bait himself out. And Miracle's gonna start bashing away in his mid T1. And still there is Ravage, so without the AA ult, I think Taring not so confident about taking the fight just yet, especially since you need it with the Chrono Spear, you need the synergy.
Well, this Aghanim's rush is really going to pay off, because what he can do right now is just start splitting with his creeps. It's really hard to kill it, and your ulti cooldown is very low, so every time they try to kill the creeps, you can just heal it up and send it back to yourself. It's a really annoying tactic, but it can be very effective in these kind of games that are generally slowed down. It looks like they're going to go for Roshan right now.
Yep, but I mean, why split push? I mean, since you have the Golem, why wouldn't you rather just 5-man stick? And of course, with this 30-second cooldown on the Hand of God, wouldn't it make more sense to try?
The
5-man?
key of Chen is the fact that you can still 5-man stick. You can utilize the creeps to split a lane, and then your hero can go with your team. So when the lanes are pushed out, you can TP them back to yourself, and you'll be all together with the rest of your teammates.
Oh, Ice Slap coming in, and Miracle actually looks like he will die here. Oh, but the
Ooh,
Chrono
nice
Spirit is gonna
chrono.
catch onto Kai and Hana. The cooldown's gonna land onto both as well. Wedding Crash coming up, but the Ravage is gonna connect onto 4 heroes. And there we go. Ice actually gonna just time walk away some of that damage. But still, First Departure looks like they're in a horrible place with 3 down. It's a 3-for-1 trade, and Ben Lovey's gonna try and punch him up, but that's it. And it looks like 4-for-1 trade, and they do get the Roshan, it seems.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
oh, wait,
really
before we actually
unfortunate.
dying to the creeps. Wedding Crash.
Wedding Crash.
Looking,
He really wants
Adam.
it.
Oh, the creep is actually gonna bash away at Ling! 20 HP!
Oh,
Oh, that shot's saving him. What a play from Adam. And if the haste win. But Wedding Crash, he's not gonna give that Roshan away, not that easily. Or he's gonna just right click Adam down. Here comes the EMP. Or Gyro will pick up the Aegis, but still, Ben is really low, and Adam's just gonna right click him down and burn away that the Aegis is still gonna be pretty huge. He needs it. No, doesn't have it. Force staff himself forward. Shard. Snowball's gonna kill Ben, and oh,
He's
this
in
looks
trouble
pretty
here.
bad. Yep, he is. Everyone from First Departure is here, not happy that he stole that Aegis. One punch up into the air. Caldown's gonna land onto 3 heroes, and the Rocket Barrage, well, it's gonna be split up. And with the heal. Who do you think came out on top of that one?
Definitely tiring. They won the initial fights and they took Rosh as well. I mean, although Aegis is gone now, but they got a lot of boost of gold. And as you can see in the net worth, the graph in team, they got a big boost there. It's almost even the deficit that they had before.
There we go. Almost close to 0, just under 1,000. Whew, I don't think that was really too risky, especially since this Observe Ward over here spotted out that Roshan movement. A bit too cocky from First Departure. And now they will just push for this T2. The Alacrity used in Miracle. They want to right click this down. They have the Omni Slash still. They know that Chronosphere is not available. But the Ice Blast should be able to slow this push down by a bit. Yamate. Yeah, I'm really not used to seeing Zeus go for heals first now. It's usually like an Ether Lens almost first, most of the time.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, and a force cut. That's a great force staff there. They managed to pull him away. That was a great setup as well for tiring, but the force staff just really negated it.
Wedding Crash making plays. I mean, yeah, he's been building like this on his Invoker for quite a while. Usually, I mean, you see like when after the urn, you go for like what, an Orchid on Quasvex Invokers? But
Yeah,
it's
that's
for
right.
that. And now your next item, BKB.
It's quite beefy from this item build he's getting. He's almost got 2k health.
Oh, yes! And not to mention, thanks to this Golem as well.
I guess what their plan is to just sustain the fight. I mean, if Void goes on one of them and they manage to TP the guy out and the fight carries on, they should be able to take the fight once Chrono's down. Because they do have Ravage and all are healed in a long duration, they should win it. But yes, that's why the Golem creep is here is really good. It gives them so much health.
Oh, now Miracle of an Invis Rune. He almost has his Battle Fury. He's not going for the Sanjin Yasha. Guess he just wants to keep up with the farm and maybe get a bit of lucky cleaves with the Omni Slash. Tiring will just babysit Ben as he heads to the top lane alone, and Miracle will just show himself. Invis Rune not going to be used to a freebie. And from that movement, First Departure, it looks like they may try for another shot at this T2.
Yeah, I mean, they do have their BKB up on Invoker. Chen obviously has his creeps ready. But it seems like they're just controlling the jungle. They're starting to get ahead back in farm, in terms of farm. Because obviously tiring, they can't farm their jungle. The only one who can push the lanes fast enough is Gyrocopter. And he can only push a lane out at top. It seems like bottom lane.
Oh wait, oh he actually, you could backtrack that?
The time lapse to get the mana back. Seems like it.
I didn't know that. I mean, I thought it was just damage taken, not the mana.
Yeah, I also thought that. But because on the spell itself it says only damage, or any damage, but I guess it applies to mana, so it's exactly like Weaver.
Okay, now that's just really OP. But, okay, so for now, First Departure happy to get a T2. We'll just back off and go back to farming, but actually not, maybe not. They want to look for a tiny pickoff. You can see everyone is smoked up, First Departure. Maybe finding somebody. Wedding Crash is going to be caught out, lifted up in the air by 343. Ben, Zeus, oh, he's going to just pop the BKB, turn things around, pops the EMP. Ice Blast going to come out, only into Wedding Crash, and Hana is still available. They're going to wait for this BKB to expire from Ben, and then maybe they can think about going back in. Thunder God's Wrath, Ancient Apparition will kill off Wedding Crash, and First Departure running for the hills, running back to their side, and the Chronosphere is only going to catch up to Kai. Hana looking for a Ravage, maybe, nope, he's just going to use the Gush. Miracle is now in the party, so maybe they can think about going in. Ling gets snowballed and blocked up by the shots. 3-4-3, one punch up in the air. Ling gonna get spun down to death, and he will just fall. So First Departure really not winning ahead in that trade with Tiring doing very well. I think Wedding Crash was playing a bit too aggressive.
Yeah, he is. He also didn't pop his BKB fast enough. If he popped it before he got bolted and fade bolted by Rubik and Zeus, maybe he might have lived. But I think it was kind of too aggressive there.
Well, I guess, yeah, you know, a bit too much faith in team sometimes. I guess this is why Dota gives you trust issues. Alright, so Yamate 1,700 gold. He's behind Invoker and Juggernaut. I mean, if this Battlefield Miracle is really keeping up with the Gyrocopter's farm, he's not that far behind, just a few hundred gold.
Well, it looks like they're gonna group up and go again because the chrono was utilized there, so they don't really have anything to start a fight, and they're just gonna be able to take this tier 2 down and back off and back to farming.
And there's this Blink Dagger build which we've been seeing quite a bit. Yamate will go for the Veil. I mean, Veil's been buffed many, many times, but still it's not, like a priority item you would get in the competitive matches. Have you
Yeah, I'm
tried it?
also quite surprised he went for it, to be honest. I thought he'd at some point get Edelens. I think Edelens is extremely good on Zeus, but he goes for the Veil. So let's see how much usage he gets out of this item.
I mean, if you get, saying that the Void somehow gets a really good chrono with 3 heroes and you get the Veil, it actually does a lot because you would amplify the Ice Blast and the Thunder God's Wrath. It's 25% extra magic damage, so. Whew.
Yeah, they do have a lot of magic damage. Even like a cooldown and barrage all gets amplified, so it's pretty good.
So, I mean, as time passes, as Tyrion gets more levels, I actually fear for Miracle because he's gone for a Blink Dagger and a Battle Fury, so he's not as tanky as you would want him to be.
Well, the thing about Void is, no matter what hero you are, in the later stages of the game, one chrono, you could be dead. So,
Oh, Tyrion.
see how this
I mean, this
goes.
Sigil is gonna scout out Yamate, and here comes a Solar Ravage. It's gonna kill off Ben because they know where the rest of Tyrion is. So things turning around, and now we're gonna see the snowball. But the Chrono Spear catching onto 3. Kai walks into the Chrono Spear. The punch is gonna go into 3-4-3.
Ooh, that damage.
Ice Blast connecting to 3 heroes. Wedding Crash very low. Pops the BKB, gonna turn things around in 3-4-3. Ice is gonna go just back down lobby, so it's gonna be a 3-for-2 trade. Wedding Crash still trying to rack it down Ice, and Miracle is also down as well. Where did he die? And Wedding Crash gonna get time locked down, and it will be a 4-for-2 trade going in favor. And this might even be a team wipe as Tyrion gonna start whacking down Kai, clubbing him down, and Yamate will get another kill, and the gem goes to Tyrion as well. So First Departure, it's a disaster.
That was the first team fight with the combo that they utilized really effectively. Once he chronoed the Juggernaut and I think it was Tusker in there, or Tide, I'm not too sure. But once they chronoed those two, Zeus ulti, AA ulti with the Veil on top, and they just crumbled.
Well, I mean, I think they've been buffing Veil too much, and I swear by the next patch, if they buff it again, this item has to be a priority item for such Magic Burst heroes. So right now, I mean, Tyrion, for the first time in the game, actually no, not the first time, second time in the game, they are now ahead in terms of net worth, comfortably like a bit over 2,000. And okay, I don't think it's time yet to say that First Departure is out of this game. But what do you think is First Departure's game plan to come back against Tyrion?
Well, I guess in this game it can still go both ways. It just really depends on who gets the better jump. Like in this fight, they managed to kill off the Gyrocopter, but they did utilize a Ravage and an Omni Slash. So once they utilized those two abilities, their control and teamfight was very weak afterwards. So once you got the Chrono, they just couldn't fight anymore. They managed to kill the Juggernaut, and the only damage dealing they have afterwards is a Quaswex Invoker who built very defensively this game. So if the fight does drag out, I thought FD would win it out, but if Juggernaut is down in these fights, they cannot take a fight anymore.
Oh, looks like he's playing too aggressive again. He's gonna kill Ling actually, but looks like he's gonna die here as well. Yeah, he's paying for it with his life. Too aggressive again, and 3-for-2 just spins back, laughing in Miracle's face.
It feels like he's trying to do too much here. I mean, he really wants to make these little pick-offs or just space create in general. But every time he tries to do it, he just gets punished. Like that time at middle where he went behind the tower, and this time at top now. 1-2-3 is just very disciplined.
They are, and I think they definitely understand how First Departure plays, because this is something which Miracle does, which I noticed against TNC as well. Because not only is he the shot caller for the team, but he really tries to do too much as a core, so he's pushing himself very, very hard this game. The tilt mode is almost activated. Oh, this ward. I didn't notice this ward. This is an interesting ward which I haven't really noticed. This one placed by First Departure. I think this should block out the medium camp.
Yeah, it should block the medium camp. If you F3, I guess you can tell how much given it gives. It doesn't really give much vision, but its sole purpose, I guess, to block the camp. I'm not too sure. Maybe they wanted to cut a tree down. If they cut the tree down just below that wood under the cliff, then maybe it would give quite a good vision wood. But right now it's not really doing much.
Yeah, it seems like Night Stalker's ult is on and there's no Night Stalker in this game.
Uh,
And I mean, you were right. Back to the draft. You did point out that tiring their draft is easier to execute. And I mean, this also actually reminds me a bit of your. I mean, back when you were still in CSW, you made 2D. Mr. Yao and Teo played a lot of Void.
yeah, back then Void was a big hero. Not many people were picking it as well. That's when Void offlane really started trending. But yeah, Void is just a really good hero. I mean, if you drag out the game, his Chrono is kind of like a Doom. It's one of those unique heroes that have this game-changing ability. Um, so once they pull out a good Chrono, they will automatically win the fight. Especially comboed with like a Zeus ulti, a Veil, AA Blast. They have a lot of setup. A bit scared because they don't have any vision. They're playing their own jungle as well, but as a team. So right now nothing's really happening. Let me know when you're back in the game.
No problem. Alright, so just gonna try and bring Dota back online.
Yeah, both teams just farming. It seems like Taring's afraid of a smoke gank because right now both teams are on fog and both teams are a little scared.
Wait, why can't I see? Alright, I can see that game for some reason. Oh else. Okay.
And looks like item progression wise, Yamate is going for the Octarine or Bloodstone right now. He does have the Soaring, but it has had it for a while. And the smoke goes off from the Radiant Ancients. They're rotating towards the middle lane. I'm assuming towards their jungle, the enemy jungle. They're moving very slowly just to make sure they're all together. And they're currently waiting on the top hill of the mid dire jungle.
Yeah, and also
While FD is extremely scared.
I mean, I actually wanted to point out as well. I mean, like it's much harder to juke Chronosphere now, especially since this build, the blink instead of time walk, so you don't have. There's not much response time. I mean, even if you blink the icon in Miracle, is it actually possible to just juke the Chronosphere if you're quick enough?
Yeah, if you're quick enough, definitely, but it is much faster. I mean, you have to react way faster than if it was the old time walk where you could just kind of see it coming. This one is pretty much instant. Well, it seems like Towering gave up an idea of getting a kill. They're starting to push the mid lane now. Pretty much all positioning to the left side, where FD is positioned to the right side. As Cyclone goes off, Omni Slash comes out.
Invoker actually gets the kill into the Ancient Apparition. Here comes Hana. Oh, it's a lovely Chrono, but the Ravage was even better. Juggernaut's gonna kill off the Zeus. Ben pops the BKB, but it's too late. The Ravage damage has already been done. Juggernaut finds himself a double kill, and they're gonna keep on chasing for Ben. Miracle has a spin, so he can actually chase after this, and with the gush, he's gonna be really slow. Miracle can just right-click him down. Actually, no, he's just gonna spin in Ben's face, and down he will go. So that was a 4-for-0 trade going in favor of First Departure, and they will reclaim the gem. I mean, like you said, this game could go anyways, and First Departure looks like they will try for this T2 tower.
Yeah, it really depends on like who gets the better initiate. Like the Chrono was good, but the Tide Hunter managed to get all of the players in the back line, which was all the heroes that do damage, all the heroes that need to combo after the Chrono. So once they got the back line, they couldn't fight, and Juggernaut managed to just wipe them out. And here goes a Roshan rotation now. After that, close to a team wipe.
That's true. I mean, also one more thing is that, I mean, the Ravage not only did he catch all the heroes in the background, he also stunned the Void, so he really couldn't get any damage off at all, which is really unfortunate. And with this Roshan, Ancient Apparition Blast connects, but
Yeah, it seems like the Void didn't have the BKB. He has it now? Maybe it was on the career? I'm not sure because it's 10 seconds right now. I'm assuming it was on base or on the career.
Wait, who got a BKB?
The Void, the Faceless Void.
Oh yeah, that was really unfortunate, but I think if he had the BKB, that fight would have been very, very different.
Yeah, he would have definitely managed to get at least one kill within the chrono, but before that, he just really couldn't do anything because his build is revolving a setup. He has the blink to jump in, he's got the Midas to catch up, he's got one attack speed item with the Midas is Treads, so he doesn't really do much damage. He didn't opt to go for the Mask of Madness or Vlad's either, so his damage output is quite low.
Alright, so Yamate actually looks like it's gonna be a Bloodstone. Mana regeneration, maybe. And actually, maybe he can try always with that Suicide Bloodstone clutch play. Maybe it might make a difference, especially against the Omni Slash. But,
Yeah.
I mean, you can only usually dream about such situations. So Miracle, Blink, BKB. Oh, he's actually gone for BKB. And now the Vlad is completed on Kai as well. So core items being picked up for First Departure. You said they want, one of the good ways is to out sustain all that burst from tiring. This seems to be the way.
Yeah, they opt to go for the pipe as well on the Tidehunter, so they have both Chen heals, a pipe, and the Vlad's here, so that's quite a lot of damage they can absorb.
And Miracle picks up a quarterstaff, so that's probably Butterfly on the way. Gonna take another Ancient Apparition Blast to the face. Looks like Ling just really wants to snipe that Aegis. He's
Oh,
even
he
popping
pops the
his
BKB.
for this. Oh,
Yes.
he got draft. He sensed it.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a great BKB.
Is this what you say, like, what, 8k game sense? Oh, he actually survives. With the healing ward to boot.
Well, all they can do now is they can just... Well, what did they use there? They used AA and, well, AA Blast, not much cooldown.
And
Just
the
use
Thunder
this
got
for a
draft.
minute. Yeah, they can't really make use of this cooldown, because cooldowns are not that long. So I guess they're just gonna both farm until maybe one team decides to rotate. Oh, yep, here we go.
Smoke gank. And I mean, you see the Perseverance up on Hana. Is this gonna be like a Refresher's Orb, or would you try something fancy like maybe a Lotus Orb? But I think Refresher's Orb is probably the better option here.
On Hana?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Refresher Orb would be pretty good here. I mean, obviously, as you saw in the big fight, the last encounter, that Tide Ravage just really demolished them. If he gets two Ravages, the only one... They do have two BKBs on both Void and Jaro, but if he managed to get one of these BKB users with the other heroes, then it's going to be massive.
Well, I mean, one can only dream about the Aghanim Scepter on Tide.
Not gonna happen.
I haven't given up. I have faith. I believe. And Miracle now with the Alacrity, and he still has the Aegis. It's gonna be reclaimed in a minute, just a bit under 2 minutes, but he will start chipping away this T3 at the bottom lane. And of course with this new Butterfly, he's probably gonna feel a bit more confident, but this Butterfly is not exactly gonna save you from, you know, that magic damage. How's the physical damage looking for Tiring? I mean, it doesn't look that bright for them. I mean, they only have the Gyro, and he doesn't hit that hard.
Ooh, great. Alacrity with the spin. He managed to chip down at least a quarter of the tower there. And they're gonna just keep doing this. Every time he's got Blade Flurry up, he's gonna run in, he's gonna get Alacrity and just spin and hit the tower. And since he's got Aegis, they can't really commit on Miracle. So they're gonna be able to slowly chip down this tower until it's dead and maybe commit for the racks afterwards.
Yeah, and I think First Departure have devised like, this is one of their ways of chipping down the tower. They've even done for that Invoker of the Dragonlance, just so that they can click down the tower from far.
And here we go, they commit the BKB just to get this racks, and they'll probably just back off after this.
Oh, they're looking
Void.
for the chrono. Oh, he's gonna find two heroes. He's gonna get Kai and Lubby, but he doesn't have the big hero. Where's outside? He's being zoned out by 343. Adam making the plays here. The pipe is gonna be popped. Gyrocopter's gonna kill off the Chen. Faceless Void gonna kill off the Tusk. But where's Miracle? Now he's gonna pop that Omni Slash, but there's just so many targets. Then Hana. Now he comes with a huge Ravage onto
Oh.
but it's not gonna be enough. Miracle's gonna die here. Aegis has already been popped. He's gonna go on Ben. Is he gonna turn? He's actually gonna get the kill on Ben. No, Ben's gonna turn him getting around. So it's gonna be a 2-4 trade. And now buyback out onto Ice. He's gonna go for Hana. He wants to kill this, and Wedding Crash can't really do anything.
Well, also, most of them died. They managed to get the racks, and Void bought out as well. It's not too bad. It's pretty good for them, I reckon. But that I thought for a second there that the Rubik saw Ravage there, but he just anchor smashed right after the Ravage. That was really close.
It was very, very clutch. I mean, at the same time, Adam, I would say he was the one who pretty much won them the fight. He went straight, just him and Ice, using game sense, going straight for the Tide, zoning out the Chen as well. So Miracle, there was no all heal. He died, but then the Aegis was gone.
Yeah, I think that fight should have been played better. I mean, FD didn't really need to just commit. The Void did get a chrono and all, but I think Miracle should have played with his team there. He maybe should have pulled out a bit and fought the others. Because if you see a Rubik going all the way to the front lines and he's not dying and he's doing a lot of damage, then that's a problem already. But now MKB out on Ben, that's gonna be pretty huge here because that's gonna negate the butterfly evasion from the Juggernaut.
So maybe we might see a Skadi, or is he going to go for Travels? I think a Skadi would be a pretty good item. Or would you prefer like an Abyssal Blade on the Juggernaut, just for that lockdown?
For the Juggernaut, yeah, probably a Basher here would be best. Maybe after that, it's hard to say. If he goes Abyssal, his dynamic of the hero becomes just kind of all in. So maybe he should tank up a little bit as well. So like you said, the Skadi could be pretty good.
That's
So
true.
maybe Basher and then see how the game goes. If he does need a bit more HP, maybe go for the Skadi. If not, then maybe he can just go for the Abyssal.
I mean, of course, this BKB, it's really wasting a slot for him. I mean, it's not an item which you would usually go for on a Juggernaut, so I say it's hurting him quite a bit. And tiring, now they're just gonna 5-man into their own jungle. But this ward over here from First Departure actually doesn't really. Oh wait, they have the gem, so 343 is gonna secure his jungle's vision. Or not? He doesn't spot the ward. What? Alright, there we go. Gets it. And now both teams back to farming. Well, First Departure, they still have that one melee lane of Rax advantage. The gold graph is still very, very even. Neither of these teams have a clear advantage. And it feels like tiring. I mean, this Void, if he starts to build into more items, I think he can actually win them the game.
Yeah, I think it's now. Now he needs to start building items to deal damage. He's got 3k gold and he has Midas, so he can farm quickly.
I mean, he may not necessarily need like um what was I gonna say? Oh, I mean more damage. I think like a refresher orb or the Aghanim Scepter would be really good.
Yeah, but okay, Axe is a good pickup for Void. I don't think necessarily this game because it seems like this game really relies on who gets the start on fights. The Aghanim is not really gonna help him much. Refresh is okay, but I feel like if he has at least just one aggressive item, one offensive item here, he can maybe just kill a core or like, for example, that last fight at bottom lane when he got the Tusker and the Chen, he couldn't even kill them by himself. If he had like, for example, even just an MOM that fight, I think he would have been able to kill them both instantly. Well, it's up to them to decide what to go, but if I was him, I'd definitely at least finish my MOM and then maybe go into Refresher Axe.
Okay,
But
okay.
looks like he's going for the Aghanims straight away. He's got the point booster up, and he's 1k off, so he's not that behind. Yep, he's bought the 2 pieces now as well.
And I think that's pretty good because it means that First Departure will be forced to play more passive, not so aggressive, especially since the cooldown on the Chrono Spear will be very, very short. So Miracle,
Yep,
yeah, he
it's
does go for the
1 minute,
Basher.
I think.
He goes for the all-in. He goes for the Basher. Abyssal.
And what is up? Oh, and a Hex is up as well. And Wedding Crash, that's pretty big. They don't really have that much lockdown, but now with the Basher and the Hex, it's pretty good.
I mean, I'm surprised that Wedding Crash hasn't gone for an item like a Blink, but he doesn't have the slots for it. Then again, probably next item like a Travels before he can consider a Blink, or maybe even an Octarine Core just so that he can get a bit more damage output. This game is just really, really tight. I mean, it's 44 minutes and 23 to 20. I can't really predict who's gonna win this game. It's so hard. And Refresher is up for Hana, so things are gonna get a lot trickier. I think they just probably try and bait a few spells. It really boils down to the tide. Hana has a lot of work to do this game.
Here we go, Refresher on Tidehunter. And they're pushing, so they might go for it. Are they grouping up for a smoke? Do they have a smoke? Yes, they do. Let's go. Let's see how this fight goes.
Yeah, they want to contest this T1. I have faith. Alright, you're rooting for Adam, I'm rooting for Miracle. Let's go.
Well, this will really depend on how fast they can pop their BKBs, because if Ben does get caught...
Oh, they're going straight. Miracle.
He's waiting for a bash.
Flash. Oh, oh, wait. Yes,
Ben's
he's gonna
in
get
trouble.
it. He's gonna kill Ben. The tornado is gonna come out. Nice Ravage is gonna connect onto 2 heroes, but the tornado interfering with that. And Ice, he needs the second refresher. Ice looking for a Chrono. He's gonna catch Wedding Crash, but Invoker already kills off the Ancient Apparition. It's gonna be 2 down. And now we're gonna just go for a higher view. Yep, Ice is gonna whack up, and Juggernaut's gonna get himself another kill into the Rubik as well. Hana looking for Ice, and actually First Departure, they will win that fight 3-0.
And they still have the refresher on Tide, so they can go in. They have another Ravage.
Hanan is being very, very patient. Oh, actually, he's still looking for Ice. When he crashes, he gets the Hex on. And the man, oh, Ice is not going to be running away from this one anytime soon. And goodbye, it's going to be a 4 for 0. And now they will hit down the mid lane, taking this T2, the safer option. And Roshan is up if they choose to take it after this T2, which would probably be the case. In case Taring has buybacks, but of course First Departure doesn't know that. And look into buyback status, I mean, Jarikop's is the only one with buyback. Void does not have buyback for a whole minute, and they probably
Yeah,
want to bait
it's not
buybacks.
looking good. And
Oh,
with
they're
a
going on
lack.
Yamate.
Ooh.
That's gonna kill
Okay,
Yamate.
oh. Does he have Violet?
Yes, he does. So Yamate and Jarikops are the only ones to buy back. And First Departure suddenly bursting with life, and this could actually be the end of the game.
Well, they can Alacrity as well, so they'll do it extremely fast. Here we go. That's 2 racks down already. Without the Void, they won't be able to take a fight. Although they can't get top racks because there's a tier 2 tower here. Will they go for Throne?
Yeah, I think they
They
will.
clean up the furniture.
Ha, Moonwells. You need the Moonwells just to get that extra 100 gold. Or do they go fountain diving? Is this the throw that we've been dreaming of? Actually, no, they will just start hitting with this T4 spin miracle.
26 seconds. They won't be able to defend. They have to go.
Oh, Ling instantly destroyed by Miracle. And now they get the Hex on Ben. He has an Omni Slash, he's gonna go to Ben, and here, where's the second refresher? Nope, he's not gonna use the Ravage. And Miracle's stuck in the corner, it's gonna go, Ben's gonna bring him down, he's gonna lift it into the fountain by 3-4-3. The buybacks instantly come out, Juggernaut coming all the way back into the scene. Ben gonna try and bring down his Ancient Creeps ASAP, but Miracle, where's he's gonna BOT in? Oh no, what are you doing, Miracle? What are you doing? He still has a BKB. There we go, the Ravage comes out. And now Ben's gonna go very, very low. Miracle going crazy, spinning out, and oh, the corner spear only catches into Hana. But Juggernaut's gonna kill the Rubik, and this actually could be a disaster. Miracle, I think the First Departure just won game one. Actually, no, Ice is just to get out.
Yeah, that should be over.
Ice's refresher. Thunder God's Wrath, and no, this is game one going the way of First Departure.
Well, really well played by both teams. FD managed to pull ahead thanks to that bottom fight. It really, like I said, this game really depended on who got the head jump. Once they get the head jump, the guy dies. They have a massive chance of winning that fight, or like a better chance of winning the fight. But yeah, I really feel that the Faceless Void should have went some aggressive item. Once he chronoed, he was just kind of useless.
Well, he was just tickling people with that tiny hammer. You can actually picture that in the cartoon version, like Void trying to spank up Tide Hunter, or Chin and stuff. But still, I mean, if you had to nominate like an MVP of game one, who would be the MVP this game?
Ooh, hard to say. Maybe Hana. His Ravages were pretty damn good, actually.
Like really on point. I think they won the fight solely because of those really, really key Ravages. Well, Wedding Crash had a few moments there, so we'll be back for game 2 shortly. My name is Hades, joined with me, Godot. So where can they find you on Twitter?
Twitter is Godot.au. Generally I use Facebook, so I'm not a big Twitter fan, but yeah, my Facebook is facebook.com/Godot.au.
Alright, and if you guys have any feedback on the commentary or the stream, besides the tiny hiccup earlier on, do let me know at Hades.tv and